dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, some conclusions, some words on the end of this 11th annual conference of Yalta. Of course, it's very difficult to summarize because we had so many interesting panels, insights, information. So I would like to say only some words, some remarks concerning this conference. First of all, you know, after 10 years in Yalta, because of obvious reasons, we decided to move this conference to Kiev. And of course, I think that it's important that the founder of our organization, Yalta European Strategy, Viktor Pinchuk, and all the people very much involved in YES decided to continue this idea of annual meetings because we need such platform. We need such place when we can discuss openly and very honestly about everything what is going here in Ukraine and in the world. Second, I think that this conference was very well organized, and that is a good reason to applaud all the people who helped us to organize this conference now. I want to name our partners, DTEC, Alpha Bank, Burisma, Shell, International Renaissance Foundation, and Concord Capital. And if you can repeat your applause again, please, it would be nice. Special thanks I direct to Coca-Cola and Danone because they helped our organization, our meeting very much also. And now be prepared, now we need a little bit stronger applause. In this difficult situation, I will speak a little bit about politics also, don't worry. I cannot disappoint you because my last speeches there is part of the history of these meetings. But before I will do what is my duty now. So, first of all, many thanks to Viktor Pinchuk. Many thanks to Tomasz Weje and Ivana Klimpusz-Cinadze, the team of YES. Ho, 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 yeah. The many thanks to team of YES and Foundation, especially Denis Kazvan and all communication group, which organized where they are. Okay. Well, so conference was, as usual, well organized. I'm thinking that this place in Kiev really is very impressive, is very special, and I would like to say three things. First, we didn't expect that when we started to organize our Yalta meetings, we were sure that we are working for closest cooperation or contacts between Ukraine and European Union. Viktor had the fantastic idea to start this concept before, because nobody expected, before Orange Revolution, 2004. Because it was the idea of many, many Ukrainians to be integrated with Europe. We continue our job 10 years, and every year we discuss what is necessary to do, how possible is real integration of Ukraine with European structures, with European organization. Some years we were more optimistic, some years we were less optimistic, but it was a general sense of our job, of our effort, to show for Ukrainians that this door to Europe, the door to European integration are open. We are ready to work together, and we can do it. Nobody discussed about the final date, because it was too difficult, you know. Maybe 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, nobody knows. But the main idea and the main concept and substance of our meetings and the role of Yalta European Strategy is to support, to accelerate to help and to speed up these ideas of closer integration of Ukraine with Europe. Unfortunately, last years we are confronted with very tough, very dramatic politics of Russia. And I think today and yesterday, President Poroshenko and today Prime Minister Yatsenyuk, they were absolutely correct. It's necessary to say, very honestly and open, Russia is this partner who is against this independent sovereign decision of Ukraine to be part of European structures. Russia wants to have Ukraine in own hands. Russia wants to see Ukraine as a part of new superpower, and Russia is doing everything what is possible to fulfill this project. And of course, we can discuss about details, but we cannot be naive, because the real concept of Mr. Putin, the real concept of Russia is to have Ukraine, not part of Ukraine, not Crimea, not Eastern Ukraine, but entire Ukraine as a part of this new superpower. I don't speak about empire, I'm speaking about superpower. Mr. Putin wants to have Ukraine on his side. And that shows to us what difficulties we have in front of us, what the problem is in front of us. And of course, point number two, which is very important, how Ukraine can defend, how can fight for own independence, sovereignty, and how can realize this goal to be integrated with European Union. That is a very difficult task. And frankly speaking, I'm not extremely optimistic, because I see what kind of arguments, measures, instruments are on the side of Mr. Putin. He has on own side history, language, culture, tradition, gas, oil, money, military forces, propaganda, and fifth column existing here in Ukraine. What we have? We have not too much. We have our values, we have our standards, we have our open doors, we have a little bit money, and we have, first of all, the wish of majority of Ukrainians to be independent, to be sovereign, to be free. And that is something what I think can be, might be, that is not decided, can be the most important element of this struggle which we have now. I absolutely agree with many speakers during these 2 days that Ukraine needs strong and serious reforms. Ukraine needs good economy, needs decentralization, needs strengthening of civil society. Ukraine needs strong leadership. Unfortunately, Leonid Kuchma cannot be again president of Ukraine, but I understand you, I cannot be president of Poland also, what to do? But we need strong leadership, we need strong idea how to change this country, because we have no more credit to waste time. We cannot repeat the experience of post-Orange Revolution period. We cannot see that the leaders are fighting each other and they lost a lot of possibilities, opportunities to change, to reform Ukraine. Ukraine can be really quite strong, very promising European country, because it's possible to do it. I can tell you because I was the president of Poland, and 10 years ago when we started to be a member of the European Union, the majority of European countries were a little bit afraid that Poland will be troublemaker of EU. And today we are not troublemaker. We are hope of European Union. Polish Prime Minister will be the President of European Council. And Poland will decide what to do. I don't overestimate this position. I know that is not so easy. I know how Brussels works. I congratulate to Prime Minister Dombrovskis for your job, and that is fantastic. Do you know that now, in this period of the history, Eastern Europe, new countries, new members of Europe will be the most important for politics. Estonia, Latvia, Bulgaria, Slovenia, Poland, of course. That's the most important position in the European Union. France is tired. UK doesn't know what to do. Germany is in some kind of shadow. Better to manage all the things not on the front line. And new members, new Europe will decide about our future. And that is good news. That is good news. And I wish you, Mr. Dombrovskis, I wish all of you, my friends from our region, to be active, to be effective, and to be successful in next years. But again, I'm going back to this main idea. Ukraine is obliged to work, is obliged to decide, is obliged to make the homework. And that is something what I want to convey to my good friends Lutsenko, Lashko, Kretsenyuk. Look, you have... I said. No, you know, I'm an old person, but still I know who is who. You know, that's... But I expect that you will decide about the good future of Ukraine, because this homework is absolutely crucial. And finally, because it's no time to speak too long, that is last message to my friends from Europe. But that is a probably decisive element. I have and I had a lot of opportunities to meet the people from Western European countries, let's say old members of the European Union, and they don't understand what means Ukraine today. And they don't understand what means Russian strategy today. And don't understand how we can decide all these things. And that is quite natural. That is not a surprise for me. You know, I understand that for many of you, if you can have some comparison between Russia and Ukraine, Russia is well known. Russia is something what is important, is priority for you. And Ukraine is something what is not so important, because President Putin described Ukraine as an artificial state. And of course, we have only 23 years of independence, of sovereignty of Ukraine. And of course, very few read the book, extremely important book of President Kuchma, that Ukraine is not Russia. And that is really intellectually, politically, one of the most important contributions in this discussion. So how to explain? How to say to our European and Western friends, also in the United States, that you should see Ukraine. You should see the wish of millions of Ukrainians to be independent, to be integrated with Europe, to be sovereign. And how to understand what means Russian politics. Of course, we know that Russia uses very often this argument about own spirit, special sensitivity, etc., etc. And this is, of course, right. But my question is, why, when Russia wants to discuss about sensitivity of Russia, you are not ready to discuss about sensitivity of Ukraine? Why you are not ready to discuss about sensitivity of Estonia, of Latvia, Lithuania, etc., etc.? That is something what is absolutely on the same level. That is something what is on the same field. How to explain for foreigners, for Europeans, Americans, what is Russian politics. And I tried to prepare some arguments, and I understood that it's difficult because I cannot suggest that you have to read Dostoevsky, you have to read Chekhov, you have to read Solzhenitsyn, you have to read all these books because that takes a lot of time and that is quite complicated. So please allow me to tell you, not very short, but story. After Bolshevik Revolution, Soviet Union, before Russia, decided to accept the anthem, which was international. You know, that was a song, that was an anthem of all this movement of workers, you know, many of you, not of course from EPP, but from socialist group, they know this song. And 41, after the beginning of World War, and when Nazis attacked Russia, Stalin said, well, that is wrong. We need something what will be more patriotic, will engage our people, and he organized the context for new anthem of Soviet Union. And of course, result of this anthem, everything was very well organized. The music was accepted, which was prepared by Aleksander, famous composer, the founder of choir of military choir of Red Army. And of course, the problem was with the lyrics, because the music, you remember, I will quote a little bit for you. And then the contest was for lyrics, and these lyrics won very young poet, Sergei Mikhalkov. He was those time around 30. After that, he was a father of two famous regisseurs of Soviet Union, Russia, Nikita Mikhalkov and Andrei Konchalovsky. But finally, in 41, Soviet Union had the anthem. Here in Ukraine, here in Kiev, you know this very well. I quote: Союз нерушимый республик свободных сплотила навеки Великая Русь. Да здравствует созданный волей народов единый могучий Советский Союз. Славьте Отечество наше свободное, дружбы народов надежный оплот. Знамя советское, знамя народное, пусть от победы к победе ведет. From the glory and okay. No. It's, I will repeat because that is quite funny story. Okay, so we have anthem of Russia 41. Then of course. And in this anthem was a lot of sentences about Stalin, his role, etc. But Khrushchev came, and of course, with his destabilization, was impossible to sing such song. And he asked Mikhalkov was 40, 45, and to change. And he changed. Brezhnev came after Khrushchev, and he said, no, this anthem is not enough patriotic, it's necessary to go back. And what he has done? He asked Mikhalkov, now Mikhalkov is 50s, and to change this anthem again. He changed. And then, you know, we have collapse of Soviet Union, the biggest disaster in the history of 20th century, quoting President Putin. And what Yeltsin is doing? He changed the anthem, he refused this Soviet anthem, and he proposed to have anthem of Tsar. That was not bad music, quite okay, but nobody knew that is something. You know, gold medalists, they were in Olympics, and nobody knew that is for them, you know. That was, you know, good music, but what? And 2000, Putin decided to go back to the anthem of Aleksander, of music of Aleksander, but no words. And he organized... No. He organized the contest, new contest. A lot of poets participate in that, and who won? Sergei Mikhalkov. 90. He was 90. And you know, when I was informed, when I read that is Mikhalkov won again, this contest. I said, no, this is impossible, something absolutely. And then, you know, in internet, in Google, I read the text of Michalkov. And look. Россия, священная наша держава, Россия, любимая наша страна, могучая воля, великая слава, тебе достояние на все времена. Genial, absolutely no doubts, it's a genial text. No Stalin, no Russia, no Soviet Union, nothing. And then, refrain. Славься Отечество наше свободное.
Glory to our free country, which is a centuries-old union of brotherly nations. We're proud of you, our country.
Genial text. Unfortunately, he passed away some months ago. No chances for next version. Well, long story, and you can ask me why I'm speaking all the things to you. This is everything true. Some people in Europe, they think that is a joke. Absolutely not. This is true. There's a history of Soviet Union and Russia. But what is the conclusion? What you, Europeans, what you, Americans, what you, the people from the West, have to know? Russia is a country which me and all of us, we respect very much. But you have to know, and I express very strongly this. This country can change words. This country can change lyrics. This country can change vocabulary. This country will never change the music. Thank you.